What's up, guys? What is going on? Welcome back. You know, it's funny. I actually planned on doing this video yesterday, but my recording software wouldn't work. So instead, I actually took a break from Ghost and went and played some Rogue Company. I ain't gonna lie, it's actually pretty dope. Anyway, shout out to you guys. Let's go ahead and get into this news. A lot of you pretty much passed this along to me. A lot of you were hitting me up about this, and I saw some of you passing what we talked about in our last video about this game in the actual thread. So salute to you guys. I know you know who you are, so salute to you. Let's go ahead and get into it though. Insomniac Games put out yet another post for the Resistance Fall of Man game. Now, it's funny, before I even started recording this video today, I had a troll trying to talk trash in the comments and saying this is a bullshit rumor. And I'm sitting there going, how's it a rumor when there's no rumor at all? I just put out a video showcasing you that the domain is going straight to PS5, meaning that you're going to get an announcement very, very soon. Nobody said none about a rumor. Nobody mentioned rumors at all. It just goes to show the people out here that try to troll and really be ignorant for attention. Let me tell you. But anyway, you know, ignorance aside, let's get into this. Insomniac Games put out this tweet. It says, hold the line. For those of you that do remember this game, if I remember correctly, this part in the game happens about, what, midway through? It's like near one of the bunkers going to the main buildings in the hotels, I think. This is actually from there. And yeah, I think what happens is at the end of this, the little spires fall down and the little infectors come out and take out your unit. And basically you're taken to the ship after that. But again, they're showcasing this. A lot of people are still shocked. Like, what's going on? Why are you teasing this? You know, it's funny. When we first started talking about remakes, I remember when I first saw this, I was like, it's either a remake or they're teasing legacy backwards compatibility. Again, one of those two things. But honestly, the way they're talking about it, they're showcasing the Augur. They're showcasing Nathan Hale from Resistance 2, you know, his Resistance 2 look. They're showcasing the Bullseye. Odds are this thing is actually going to get remade. And again, with the domain going strictly to PlayStation 5, it's more than likely the case. So again, it's definitely interesting to see. I'm very excited about this though. I do want to see what's going on. I'm looking forward to seeing how much they improve it and how much they fine tune the animations and make it more realistic and everything. It's gonna look great if we are looking at a full-fledged remake. And let me tell you, the excitement's going to be through the roof. And on top of all that, too, there's one big question that has not been answered, and it could be the reason why Insomniac Games is so tight-lipped on this. Could we be looking at this game being a launch exclusive for PlayStation 5? You know, a launch game. That would be fantastic. Why? Because that would be kind of like a sense of retribution for them, especially when you go back to PlayStation 3. Remember, this game first debuted on PlayStation 3 day one with the console, and that console was $600. So, you know, it really does show. Like, if that is the case, hey, I think that would be redemption level qualities beyond anything. You know, if they're able to knock that out. So, again, this is just a possibility. So there's that, man. I'm very hyped for that. That's gonna be great. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one here. All right, let's go ahead and do this. So with legendary figures like Don Matrick, you know, Sean Layden, Andrew House, Reggie Fils-Aimé, Jack Tretton, you know, everybody really, you know, all these old school legends that we've known and loved in the industry are pretty much gone. You know, they're all gone. They either took demotions in the industry or they have left and pursued other ventures. Now we have another one joining the fray, and this right here really hurts the fighting game community. It really does, especially if you are a big Streetfighter fan. Then you already know how big this individual is. Now, he put out a very long post on Twitter. I'm actually just gonna put it on the screen for you guys. You guys can see it, but it really just shows, man, like, next generation is going to be super different than what it is here. And what I mean different, not just in terms of business ventures, you're going to see a lot of different stuff in that regard, but you're going to see so many new faces that you're going to be like, who's this guy? I never saw this guy, you know? That's become very apparent with PlayStation, you know? It came quite apparent with Xbox. Granted, you know, some people are still there, but it's going to become apparent with Xbox very soon too. Just watch. You're going to see that. Nintendo again with Reggie Fils-Aimé. Listen, the generation is really going to be different next gen. But anyway, to get onto this particular topic, yes, Yoshinori from Capcom, he actually has left the entire industry. Now, I actually thought he just quit, Capcom after 30 years of service, but no, he'll be quitting the entire industry as a whole in this summer. So it's that's another one pretty much gone. Again, Kazurai, all of them, we're losing them, guys. We're losing them, and it just feels like it's going to be a whole new staff of individuals who are going to be bringing more or less the more modern approach to business towards these companies, and you're going to see a lot of cool, interesting stuff change for the long run. That's for sure. But honestly, though, it sucks that he's gone. But at the same time, it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen with Street Fighter. If I remember correctly, I don't even think they're making Street Fighter 6. Well, they're making Street Fighter 6, but it's not going to be out anytime soon. I think they just announced like another DLC pack for the latest Street Fighter. So, hey, it's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be interesting. But hey, best of luck to him. We appreciate his service, 30 years. Again, a lot of these dudes have been so loyal to these companies, it might shock you. Andrew House has been in the business for over 30 years. Sean Layton is up there as well. You got Jack Trenton, who dedicates so much time to the business. All of them. Kaz Hirai, who literally stuck with them even at their lowest point. All of them, really. They stuck with Sony at their lowest points all the way to the Retribution that was PlayStation 4. And Kaz Hirai turned the business around, which many people thought was impossible. Remember, they were in the red, and many people said that, Sony was going to go out of business. And hell, I remember their stocks were dropping so low that Nintendo was actually higher than them at some point. And that was really crazy. But it's insane how much they've changed and how much they've innovated and brought that around, courtesy of Kasarai's direction. And it was smart that he stayed on the board before he officially left the company, before he had to make sure the future was there. But that just goes to show the commitment and the overall passion in this industry, and that really does show, man. So salute to all of these awesome individuals that really inspired us and made us the gamers that we are today. And real talk, man, it's not going to be the same without them. It really ain't. I'm going to miss them all, regardless. I really am. I'm just, I'm actually grateful. I don't know about you guys, but I'm grateful for what they've done. They've actually built these platforms that have been able to, give us so many memories, in so many ways. And that really goes a long way. So anyway, I'm just going to move on to the next one here because this definitely needs to be talked about as well. And we're going to close the video out. So let's go ahead and get over there to that. Now, before I even talk about this particular report, I actually used this guy as a source before because he actually talked about the whole, if I remember correctly, he was the first one talking about Silent Hill remake, and a lot of people gave him shade and came at him. So this particular report that he put out, this little analyst type of report he put out, this is basically going off of what he sees from Microsoft, and of course, his opinion after all. This is his opinion based on, how Microsoft works and how much money Microsoft has, especially, with their whole new service route with Game Pass. He believes that Microsoft is going to undercut the PlayStation 5. Now, again, one thing that you need to understand about Microsoft and Sony is they're all in this for what? Profit, right? Microsoft, yes, they have big pockets, but we've been proven wrong completely that this whole pockets narrative is really not something to really throw up in the air and use as facts. For example, with the amount of money Microsoft made, right, and people hype up Game Pass money, okay, why did they sell the Xbox Sad Edition, which, again, it became nicknamed Sad Edition, right, which is basically a console without the disc drive for even more instead of cheaper? Remember, that console came out and it was damn near $400, almost $400. It was $3-something instead of $2-something. You know what I'm saying? Ridiculous. Again, if Microsoft has all this money to throw away, they're sure not showcasing any aggressiveness towards the console whatsoever. They're still putting out these premium-based consoles out here, and especially at higher rates, it feels like, right? Remember, Xbox One X. We thought Xbox One X was going to be, a lot of people thought that was going to be $400, and that down here was like $5. It's crazy. So I don't think Microsoft's going to undercut Sony at all. Well, actually, then again, they kind of are going to undercut them if we think about it. If we go back to the reports of this whole Lockhart thing, maybe if we look at it from that point of view, then sure. I mean, instantly, they already undercutted Sony with that. But the thing about Lockhart, we haven't heard anything about Lockhart. Lockhart has not been mentioned whatsoever, And it's kind of weird that they didn't even talk about it. They didn't mention it at their last showcase. I don't mean they had to necessarily go, yeah, Lockhart's coming. No, what they could have done was what they did at the Game Trailer Awards, remember, or Game Awards. They showcased the box first. They could have done that at the end of their show and go, yeah, Lockhart's also coming, and you can see it in action. But unfortunately, they didn't do that. And we don't know when this console is going to drop. And keep in mind, the Xbox Series X has already gotten everything out the way. It's gotten this teardown out the way. We gotten games, showcased on it, supposedly. And we gotten third-party support. I mean, it's like, if you're really going to do a Lockhart, why didn't you just showcase this already? Again, it makes no sense at this point. I know a lot of people are saying, well, it's probably the price. They're using this to try to go against Sony in price. Even if this thing was cheaper than PlayStation 5, it's going to need a hell of a lot more than just a cheaper price point to really put a nail in PlayStation 5. Come on, let's be real here. You guys see the polls. You guys see the reaction from gamers. There's nothing but excitement for PlayStation 5. I don't really see the same type of energy when it comes to the Xbox. And that's just my honest opinion. I don't see it. But, again, that's just my honest opinion on the matter. I know a lot of people might be going, nah, the excitement's there. It's there. I don't know, man. I don't really know. But it's kind of one of those things where it just feels like, yeah, let's just throw. I mean, again, it's his opinion, but it's just like, their pockets are fat. I think they can do more because their money. And we've already been on record. We've already seen this on record that Microsoft has not really been reliable, even with having the most money in their pockets. I mean, they're just now buying studios. And granted, they could have done this at the start of this gen. But, hey, it is what it is. That's pretty much the video. Appreciate you guys checking it out. I want to say salute to you guys for watching. See you next time. Later.